Welcome back to Chilean. My last video just cut out randomly, but but we had such a good value of the swords that I just couldn't bear to just reset and do it with that Super Overlord seal is something else. I'm gonna go to the blacksmith because just look at it. All abilities plus 15 means I can just send her off to her death with that on right now. Get her an Overlord seal plus 10 to all abilities. It's just amazing. Alright, so training right now is just not the best. We're gonna see if we have one more interaction to get the... and we do. Yeah. Well done, Lady Ruche. You're able to use your moves a lot more stably now. Did you expect anything less? Now then, we will call it a day. Already? I can still do more, you know. No, resting is also an important part of training. Alright then. She seems to be doing well overall. Yes, Lady Ruche is very mature compared to her youthful age. To add, she is very diligent with what she does. Even I can learn a thing or two from her. She always does what she says she'll do. Her sense of not wanting to lose is almost to the point of mastery. I must also add that, despite losing her entire family, she still holds strong and bold for the sake of the underworld without saying a single complaint. Sometimes her composure is too strong for that. I worry for her. I fear that at some point her tension will bleed beyond what she can contain with her sense of mission. If only there was a way I could help ease her tension and calm her soul a bit. I'll keep that in mind. You've kept good watch of Ruche, and I thank you as her guardian. Please do not thank me for that. I feel I may be intruding too much about her, but regardless, I will continue to do my best. I'm thankful of Raygon for really looking after Ruche. I have to admit, my purpose is getting weaker with how strong she's become. I doubt I can treat her as a child anymore. Come to think of it, I didn't apologize to her about the last time. Strangely enough, she doesn't bring it up until after that tirade. She's showing signs of it. It's good I don't have to worry about it, but I do feel hollow for not being able to follow it up with her. Great Overlord? I have to speak with you. Sure, I was thinking of talking to you too. Alright, then follow me. Perfect. Looks like I can talk to her for a bit. Over here, Great Overlord. Wait, I'm not as healthy like before, you know. We're crying out loud, it's just a slant. Like I said, I'm not like before. Gee whiz. Here, hold my hand, I'll help pull you. Thanks. Oh, come on, stop that look and sad voice of yours. All I'm doing is pulling your hand. We did hold hands like this long ago, you know. I suppose. Let's get moving. Why in the world am I flustered here? Ever since that last tirade, I can't seem to get my mind off her. All that I talk about seeing her as an adult is throwing me off. Still, now that we're holding hands, I don't seem to recall when the last time we held hands like this. At one point in time, she started to dislike holding hands with me, then started to distance herself. I figure that's just natural with age. But that was a bit sad back then, not having her jump on me like how she used to. What are you thinking about? What? Well, I was just reminiscing back to the days when we used to walk together like this. Me too. Back then, I was a lot more feisty and childish. I recall how fun it was back then, just walking with you. Was it really fun? Well, you never scolded me for anything, so I just didn't have the time to scold you with how you were all over the place. That's your fault. I mean, regardless, you still listened to everything I said and did everything I wanted. Wait a minute, there's nothing I should be faulted with. But anyone who went through the treatment you gave me would make them think they're special. Then I found out that wasn't the case. The first time I went with my father to the castle, I was surprised. I saw you with a totally different expression, speaking with all sorts of people there. And then you turned around and looked at me. That was when I finally found out. I found out that I wasn't particularly treated special. You were simply not paying attention towards me. There are duties I need to attend to at the castle. There's no way I could have shown you the same expression as how I did when playing with you. That was exactly when we were arguing about who was to be the next Great Overlord. I had no chance to ease myself while at the castle. But that's where I wanted to be. I was envious of my father being able to join in with you amid all the attention. I was vexed over how I couldn't join. That's why I wanted to become an overlord. I wanted to be better than my father. I was the one who wanted to be there. Is that it? Well, that's a bit stupid then, Riche. Stupid? What do you mean by that? Back then the tension was great in the castle. Everyone was tense with determining the Great Overlord. Even speaking with brother was an ordeal. From the outside, me and my brother looked like rivals to the throne. At one point, the atmosphere was so bad, I was at wit's end with my brother. You and father? But you both were so close to each other. Felt bad seeing brother constantly being praised. They kept pushing for him, and the distractions got worse. In honesty, I didn't want to be a part of it. But that wasn't the case when I was with you. Before being rivals, we were family, and being with you reminded me of that. Come to think of it, I was probably able to maintain a standing relationship with brother because of you. I never heard about that before. I never spoke with brother about this too, and yet I'm sure he could sense what was happening and still believed in me. There are no relations which ends well without proper care. No matter how close one is, be it friends or family, care and effort are always needed. Even if you didn't consciously come between us, you helped keep the ties I had with my brother. Children are a living bond between families, and you were an epitome of that. You can't imagine how I enjoyed sneaking into your mansion to play with you. You enjoyed being with me? What did you expect? You thought I would be in pain having you sit on my back while I was on all fours running around the mansion? In the first place, you weren't necessarily the quiet type. If I didn't play with you, then you would start punching and kicking. I don't remember any of that. But I did enjoy seeing how you were always doing your utmost at everything. It didn't matter if it was housework, hide-and-go-seek, even pranks. And being with you made me want to do my best too. I was able to be myself with you, being able to complain and compete with you despite our age difference. The time we spent together was precious to me, not worrying about my front or worrying about others. I really appreciated you for that. Bit too late to tell me that, don't you think? Just listen to what I have to say as if I was talking to myself then. Stupid. I was pretty serious then, you know. So, do you regret being an overlord? Of course not. I would have cursed myself of how I didn't do my best if I wasn't chosen as a candidate. Not getting the chance to avenge the deaths of my family is just misery in itself. To add, well, I remember your bouts from before, and you were strong and really someone to look up to. When you came back from the battlefield, everyone praised you, and it felt as if I was being praised too. I decided that one day I would go out on the battlefield to see you in battle for myself. So no, I don't regret being an overlord. I see. Feels a bit weird hearing you actually praise me. Hey, stop interjecting and just listen. Of course, I'm listening to you. I know very well what you said. Pride and admiration, those are the same feelings I had when looking at brother. Great Overlord. This is all good to hear. Maybe showing myself as a source of admiration is my job for those to follow. I wonder if brother used to think like that before, too. And with how I'm being lifted with Riche's words, I hope brother was lifted with my words as well. I was really angry at you, hearing that you lost a trillion. I was vexed with the concept that you betrayed me. As in, me tainting my image within you? If so, yes, I'm not surprised of your anger. There was something else I should have said before being angry at you, but I couldn't make those words come out from me. Words to say just how happy I was to see you come back alive. That's fine, Riche. I can sense that even if you didn't verbally say it to me. But I'm sorry. Wait, was that bothering you all this time? You're making it sound easy. This was a big thing for me. I was saved because of the front you showed for me then. If you acted in sorrow or passion, I may not have been able to get back up in the right position. I'm really glad that you're an overlord and that you're beside me. Are you serious about that? Yes, of course. Mind you, did we ever fail or miss anything when we worked together with what we had? Of course not. Right. There's no other partner I can rely on like you around. Once we say we will do it, we do it, right? A couple of mistakes won't swerve us. That's just how we roll. I have to admit, I couldn't get my mind off the concept of not having that small and cute girl Riche go out in the battles as harsh as this. But it seems I was mistaken with that concept. You were always my trusted and reliable partner. So Riche, I need to ask you again, please work with me with all you have so that we can defeat Trillian. I want you to avenge the deaths of Brother, Propel, and all our friends and brethren, and save the underworld. You don't need to ask me that. Of course I will. I was the only one who called you, and you just went and did all the talking. True, I'm sorry. Now let me hear what you wanted to say. Never mind already. I'm a bit tired now. I was planning on taking you to the flower field in the distance there. Those are the flowers Brother loved. The flower is a symbol of my father, so I was thinking of burning them all right in front of your eyes. Hey, now that's a bit harsh, don't you think? But I really wanted you to snap your pitiful excuse of reminiscing back on the past. Both me and you were, in all sorts of senses, constrained to my father. I didn't want to be just your brother's daughter. You're both my uncle and Astaroth's younger brother, but I wanted you to face me, not as an uncle, but as Diablos himself. Riche. That's brother's beloved daughter Riche. I saw her from the day she was born and through her youthful days. She was like a distant youngster sister to me, and she approached me like I was her brother. That was my take on Riche. But with the passing of times, Brother passed away, and I couldn't live the same as before. The world just changed. And that was the same with Riche. Stop staring at me like that. It's difficult to displace my eyes and thought from Riche with how she is now. Well, say something, Great Overlord. I can't lay my eyes off you no matter how old you get. Being with you now, that thought doesn't change. What? Why, you stop saying something like that out of the blue. You're embarrassing me. She asked for something, so I gave it to her straight, and she still complains. She's really fickle. But if that's the case, I want you to keep your eyes on me forever. Riche, you said you can't lay your eyes off of me. If so, then all you have to do is look at me, and only me, forever. Forever? You mean... Do I have to explain what forever means to you? You have a problem? You should be happy knowing a cute girl like myself is using the word forever for you. Now, hurry up there. Hurry up if not, I'm seriously going to burn this whole place. That's a pretty wild threat. Oh, and if you're hurting or in need, I'll pull you like how I'm doing now. You got that? Well, that's an offer I can't refuse. Unbelievable. You still don't know how I really feel. Did you say something? Shut up, just walk. Thought she was a bit more mature, but in a flash she's back to her usual tirade. Strangely enough, that feels fine. No matter how cute or young she may be, I wouldn't want to see Riche change a single bit. Not a single bit. At least while in front of me, forever. There's our affection points. Alright, we are going to end the episode there. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.